to make this mushroom gravy, we need 2 onions nicely finely chopped. Then we need 2 large tomatoes that also coarsely chopped. Half a carrot that also like chopped thinly. Then we need like a half a pod of ginger and half a chili chopped, salt and pepper. So I've taken this mushroom, I've chopped it finely. This is a packet full of mushroom, which will be like 10 pieces. I've chopped it in such that it's so thin like this, longitudinally, and I've soaked it in water so that the color doesn't change. Now to start the gravy, I'm taking a nice spacious pan and I'm going to add vegetable oil. So once the pan is heated, I'm adding 2 to 3 big spoons of oil. This is because we need to fry the onions really deep brown, like literally caramelize the onions. So we're adding more oil. Once the oil is heated, I'm going to add the onions and saute nicely for another 10 minutes. I'll show you how it's going to go. So you need to saute it until it's nice deep brown. So the pan is nice and hot. So I'm going to slowly add the onions to it and keep frying. But you need to remember that you need to constantly keep frying the onions once the color starts changing. Like right now, you can just leave it for some time until it starts. So this is the color in which I told the onions will start browning. From this point onwards, you need to be constantly stirring the onions, otherwise it will start burning. So if you constantly keep moving it around a little, it won't brown, but it will just caramelize and look nice and fried. So that's what we are looking for. So this will take another 5 minutes. Be patient and just once in a while just keep moving the onions around like this with a spatula so that it becomes nice and crispy brown. Nicely the onions have caramelized. This is the color we are looking for. It's become deep brown. So why we want this color is because depending upon the color of the onions is going to be the color of the gravy. So the browner it becomes, the browner the gravy will also be, and that's the color we want. So this is good enough. To this we'll add our chopped carrots and this is fine. And we'll also add like the chili, and the chili is added. Now we'll add a little bit of the ginger we've saved. Saute it for like a minute. Once that's ready, after 2 to 3 minutes, the carrot is starting to look a little soft and soggy. So that time we will add our diced tomato. Everything is a little bit coarse, so don't worry, because this is not going to be this is not how the gravy is going to be. We are going to like filter all this out. We're just going to use the extracts. So then you can add the salt and pepper. I've taken a spoon of each. So nicely keep frying it for like maybe like 2 to 3 minutes. Once everything is like a little bit squishy and like looks like it's pretty well cooked and it's having a deep color and the oil has started to split out. So at this stage I'm going to add like 1.5 cups of water. So if you want the gravy to be a little more thin, you can add more water, like about 2 cups of water. 1.5 cups is good for me as a gravy. So I'm going to let this simmer maybe for like 10 minutes. Just cover it with a lid and then let it like start boiling. Once it comes to a nice boil, I'm going to off it and filter out all the heavy ingredients and just take out the juice for the mushroom. So the mushroom sauce is coming well. Now the gravy is pretty thick, it's pretty hot, so I'm going to use some cloth to remove it. So now I'm going to remove it, strain it. This is a strainer which I'm using. You just strain it all. Okay. So you press nicely so that all the juice goes down. So there's a pan below which is collecting the juices. So let this happen. And this is how much has come. It's good enough. So in case we are preparing the mushroom and you feel that all the water is like evaporated, it's okay, we can still add water and bring it to our favorite consistency. So that's it. So now let's go to the mushroom. To the same pan, I'm adding about a spoon of oil. Now to this I'm going to add the mushrooms. I actually drained out all the water just before I'm going to add the mushrooms so that it's not soggy. So add it and saute this for like 2 minutes with a bit of salt and pepper. I'm just using the same pan because why not? But if you feel you want to like reduce the time of cooking, you can fry this in a separate pan while the juices are cooking. Just fry this. You don't have to add any water to this because the mushrooms are going to like sweat some oil, water. So at this stage I'm going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. This is like half a teaspoon of pepper and half a teaspoon of salt. See, the mushrooms need to just sweat out all the water and the water needs to evaporate a little bit and the color of the mushrooms need to change. Once that's happening, we are going to add the juice which we strained and we are going to bring it to a boil, add water if necessary, and we're almost going to be done. See, you can see the color of the mushroom is changed and the water is almost going to evaporate. This is the stage when you want to add the sauce. See, look how beautiful and brown the sauce is because that's how brown our onions were. So the sauce is also deep brown. To this I'm going to add the sauce. So if you want the sauce to be pretty thin, you can just add more water and bring it to a rolling boil. Or if you want it to become very thick and you feel there's a lot of water and you want to like speed in the process, take a spoon of corn flour, add little water to it, mix it well and add it to this liquid. For me, the consistency is pretty good. Once it comes to a boil, I think it will be good. I'm just going to check for salt and the spice level. So once that's done, I'm going to like off it. So after a minute, I'm going to check for the taste. So I tasted the gravy. It is really good. I didn't have to add any salt or pepper. So now the specialty of this dish is that there is no soya sauce, which is one of the major ingredients used in Chinese cooking and in making such mushroom gravies, brown gravies. And there's also no Ajinomoto, any extra ingredients we've added. It's so simple, you could just make it when you're going for work. It's so easy and it's very tasty. So another thing is that what you could eat it with is, you could eat it with some pulao or fried rice. And I've put the fried rice video, which is healthy broccoli fried rice. In my previous video, you could check it out. This gravy goes amazingly well with it. So please try it out. So mushroom gravy is now ready.